Hey pickles, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all well and staying safe. Today we have this stunning Make Me Up Missa inspired eye look. As soon as I saw her eye look, I knew I had to recreate it, but I used orange instead of pink, and I really love the way it turned out, especially with this sparkly liner. Navy and orange is definitely a bit of a weird colour combination, but if you want to see how I achieved my version of this Missa look, then please keep watching. As always, I took my PLouise base in shade 4 today to prime the eye. You guys know this is my all-time favourite eye base. It creates the perfect blank canvas and it just works so well to make your eyeshadow super vibrant and last all day. And I just dotted some on straight from the tube because I'm just in that mood today, and then buffed and blended it in with the Zoeva 142 brush. Remember, a little bit of this product goes a long way, so don't be tempted to put loads on at a time because you will be surprised. Your girl recently repurchased the Beauty Bay Bright Mattes because my old one was definitely worse for wear. I'd hit pan in so many shades, so I've repurchased it, and for £23 you really can't go wrong. Look at the pigment from this shadow. This is Stormy Night on a M507 brush from Morphe, and we're just using the dip and blend method as per usual, but look how quickly this builds up. It is so pigmented and so intense. It definitely rivals some of my high-end palettes. Honestly, I forgot how much I loved the Beauty Bay Bright Matte palette, and you're probably going to be seeing a lot more of it on my channel now. I just built this shade up on the outer V until the colour didn't change anymore as I was packing the shadow on. To blend this out, I started by taking Bobbing Along, again from the Bright Mattes palette. All the shadows today are from the Bright Mattes palette, and it's this gorgeous royal blue. So using the 50-50 method and a Morphe M506 brush this time, slightly bigger than the M507, I just started by applying that around the edges of the previous shade and blending slightly. I also made sure to blend it in a slightly upwards sweeping shape, and then I further carried this on with the shade Paradise, which is this gorgeous pastel blue. All the shades in this palette are stunning. I am fully gushing over this palette, and I took this on a PLouise 120 brush and just blended all around and really flicked out to make sure it was nice and diffused. Once I was happy with my placement of all the shades, I then went back through and built up any intensity that we'd lost by adding those colours and blending until it was nice and bold. Don't be afraid to go back in with your colours 2, 3, 4, even 5 times until you are really happy with how intense they are. The colour on your eye should match the colour in the pan. If it doesn't, build it up some more. To deepen up right in the outer crease, I took the shade Illicit, which is of course the black in this palette. Love when a palette has a black and a white in. The Bright Mattes has exactly that, so I just applied this right in that outer V, I guess you could say, and just blended it up slightly so there were no harsh steppy lines. Now, I'm not going to lie, Illicit is not the most highly pigmented black in the world, but that does mean it is that little bit easier to blend, and I just blended it away with that darkest shade, Stormy Night, as you can see here. With that done, I just went in and perfected the rest of my blend again until I was happy. And then comes the super satisfying part. and I am cutting or carving that crease out with my trusty My Kit Co spatula wrapped in a makeup wipe. One thing to know if you do this to cut your crease, please remember to be really gentle with the eye area. I grabbed my crisp finish paint in the shade Tangy Tease. You could just as easy use blank canvas if you don't have this shade, or the orange base, or just whatever concealer you use as your eye base. There really is no hard and fast rules, but I used Tangy Tease, as I say, on a PLouise 7072 brush just to fill in that cut crease. Just took my time following the line that I had already carved and then patting it over the lid. Try to pat and not drag, especially up round by the cut crease, and then pat gently out where the paint meets the shadow, as I'm doing here, just because we don't want a harsh line of demarcation. It's going to make blending our eyeshadows over the lid so much easier, and that's just what I did. I went in with a little bit of Illicit and just made sure it was a nice blend between the outer V and the lid. And then we took the shade Tangerine Dream, which is a gorgeous bright orange, on a clean PLouise 7072 brush, and just patted that all over the lid, taking time to build it up little by little. I find with matte shades, if you go in with too much product too quickly, it goes a bit claggy and clumpy, so just build it up little by little, take your time. Remember, good eye looks aren't quick, and quick eye looks generally aren't good. Once the orange was on, I then took the shade Preppy Pecan, or Pecan, however you say it, I'm not really sure, and then used that as a bridge between the black and the orange. Just gently tapped it on until I was happy it was blended. It won't ever be a perfect blend, but at least it looks like we tried, right? You may have noticed I didn't take the shadow all the way up to the crease, and that's because we're going to use this Glisten wet liner in the shade Chai to draw around the cut crease with a tiny little nail art brush. I am obsessed with these liners. They come in over 50 shades, and I'm really chuffed to be able to tell you guys that I do now have a code with them. I am an affiliate, so if you use LEANNE10 at checkout, you will save yourself 10% on your order. And like I say, there are over 50 shades, and I mean, the quality speaks for itself. You can just see how perfectly they go on. They don't crack, they don't flake, they are just incredible. And they also work tapped out into the inner corner on a little pencil brush as well, as you can see here. For the first part of the wing, I just used my Jolie Beauty gel liner on a Zoeva wing liner brush just to place that where I wanted it, and just let me figure out how thick I wanted the wing. I can't talk tonight, and I'm really not sure why. The liner can be as thick as you want. I kept mine relatively thin for me, and then blended it out into the black shadow with a little bit of Illicit on that PLouise 124 brush, just to make sure there are no harsh lines. I'm sure you guys know by now I love a bit of sparkle, and look at these chameleon flakes from Lucy Lashes. They are a indie brand run by one of my good friends, so shout out to you, Lucy. These are incredible, and I just applied them over that liner with a little bit of lash glue, and they just catch the light. Unreal. They are chameleon. They do shift between blue and a darker blue. My camera didn't really pick it up, but oh my god, how gorgeous. I used the 142 from Zoeva to put some PLouise base shade 4 under the eye to grip our under eyeshadow, and I started out just by adding a little bit of Stormy Night right on the outer part, but as you can see Once this was added, I then transitioned it into green. So it's almost a bit of a rainbow eye, but without the pink. So I used the shade Oasis. This is all on a little Morphe pencil brush, and I'm just placing more than blending, using the shades Oasis, Slice of Lime, and then into Hello Sunshine right up by the inner corner, and I just thought it really brought the look together. If you're expecting anything other than MAC Nylon for my inner corner and brow highlight, then you are going to be sorely disappointed. You guys know by now this is my ride or die. For the waterline, I took Sexy Chili, which is this perfect colour from PLouise in the crisp finish paint. It's not quite blue, it's not quite green, it just sat right in the middle, and literally could not have gone any better with this eye look if I had tried. And remember, those paints are perfectly eye safe, so they are perfectly fine to use in the waterline. My mascara was, of course, the Maybelline Sky High. You guys know I am obsessed with this at the minute, and I just applied a coat of that before moving on to lashes, which for this look were Opulence from Primalash. They are so beautiful. They are full and fluffy to really add some drama, but they're also a little bit wispy, so they don't completely hide those gorgeous flakes on the liner. And I use my Skinny Dip lash applicator and my House of Lashes glue, and this is how it all came together. I feel like I don't even need to say anything more about the eye look at this point, just look at it. I hope you've enjoyed this video, Pickles. Please make sure to go and check out Missa's video as well, and go and follow her. She is incredible. But until next time, please look after yourselves and stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, Pickles.